Hey, I'm Lucy and I'm a mum to two girls. I run a blog and an Instagram account called This Little Lighthouse. In this video I'm going to talk about reusable nappies, what we've got experience using and why, and what we've learned from our experience using them. Often people can get confused by the different types of nappies. So the easiest way to explain it is that you have two main groups. So you've got all-in-one nappies, which are the closest you're going to get to a disposable nappy. It's all in one piece. And then you have two-part nappies, and there's a variety of different nappies which fall under that group. So firstly, I'll talk about all-in-one nappies. This is an all-in-one nappy that we've used. It's by Bambino Mio. So as you'll see, it is all one piece of material. You've got the waterproof layer, you've got the fleece layer, and you've got the absorbent part of the nappy. It's got a handy little pocket which you can use to pop inside. And I should also mention that you have poppers on the front to adjust how big you want the nappy to be, how long you want it to be, depending on the size of your baby. And it's got Velcro at the top. We really liked these nappies and we used them a lot with our eldest daughter Heidi as well as our younger daughter. But we did find that after a while they started to leak and we needed to add in additional boosters. With these nappies you can start using them from when your baby is around 8 pounds. So although they say they are birth to potty, you generally would need to, depending on the size of your baby, you generally would need to have something else to use when they are a newborn, and then once they're big enough you could move them into using these ones. So that's an example of an all-in-one nappy. I'm going to move on to now two-part nappies. So our favourite nappy is probably this nappy from Baba and Boo. It's a pocket nappy. As you can see, this one's got poppers on the top, so no Velcro, and we generally have found that these last a lot longer, although they're slightly more fiddly. And you've got the waterproof layer, you've got the fleece layer, and then inside you have got the absorbent part of the nappy. So you can add additional inserts depending on how heavy your baby wets themselves. Depending on how much they pee, you can add more or less of these boosters into the nappy. We really loved these nappies. They've got like a double seam, so it just fits really well, and I think it helps to prevent a lot of leaks. So that's an example of a pocket nappy. Another example under the two-part system is what's called an all-in-two. So again, you've got your waterproof layer, and then you've got the absorbent part. This is from Spots. It's called a peanut nappy, and these have got poppers. So you just pop the absorbent layer onto the waterproof layer. I don't know if we just didn't use these properly, but we just found that they leaked a lot, and I was really thankful that I only bought one to try because we just didn't really get on with this. The nice thing though about this is that we could use the waterproof layer anyway for our other nappies, and then we could use these layers as additional boosters. So it all turned out all right. Okay, another type of nappy under the two-part system is what's called a fixed nappy. So this is the absorbent layer, and this is what we used at night time with our girls. This particular one is from Spots. I think it's called a bamboozle stretch, something like that. So it's a fixed nappy. Again, it's got poppers at the front, and this one's got Velcro at the top, and this one's got an additional layer that you can pop inside. Ooh. We did find that you needed more boosters for these because as your baby grows, they are going to hold more wee in their bladders and they're going to need more absorbency at night time. So we just added more boosters in, and then we put a waterproof wrap over the top. Okay, and then another example of a two-part nappy is what's called like a pre-fold or muslin. The muslin is the absorbent part and the waterproof layer is the waterproof part. So in a separate video, I'm going to talk about how we would fold a muslin really easily to make it into a nappy and pop this over the top, but I won't cover that in this video. One of the questions that you might have is what happens to the poo? So that leads me to talk about fleece layers. Some people will use disposable layers over the top of their nappies, which they would then use to pop into the toilet with the poo. We just thought, well, we're using reusable nappies anyway, so let's just go for it. And we bought these fleece layers to pop over the top of our nappies. And then if the girls did a poo, or when they did a poo, we would take the fleece layer, pop it into the toilet, and most of the poo generally would go on this rather than on the nappy itself. My top tips for if you're just starting out with reusable nappies would be, if you can, to get hold of a few different types of nappies. If you can borrow some from a friend, that's even better. Just to try them and see what works for your baby, because what works for our girls might not work for your baby or your toddler, and yeah, that's definitely worth trying. I think if I could go back again, I would definitely have just used muslins for a newborn because they grow so quickly. If you can buy all-in-one nappies, which are for newborns, but it's expensive and they grow so quickly that they soon grow out of them. So it's really easy to use a muslin. I was really put off at the start because I didn't want to faff around with all the folding, but they grow so quickly. Actually, it's such a cost-effective way to do it if you're just starting out. I hope you found this video useful and that it's given you an idea of what we've used and what we've found helpful. If you have any other questions or things that you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. Great, yeah, see you next time. Bye.